Welcome to Shaunie's World. These are just my thoughts with a comedic side of humor. But if you're cool with your girl, go fool with your girl. Appreciate you for dropping by.
Disclaimer. Boy, don't y'all get tired of scamming? Don't you get tired of scamming? Bro, y'all be scamming people and then you don't even think about the inconvenience of the people you scamming, but you come up though. You be boring Jim Jones. Now I'm taking you to Miami, Florida. You know how expensive it is to even exist in Miami, Florida as a visitor. Imagine how expensive it is to live there. Now, 35-year-old Saidah Christina Byars. She was a free citizen, but now she is allegedly, because I don't know her like that, facing charges of grand theft, organized fraud, and fraudulent use of identification. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, what she do, Shaunie? She just looks so innocent. She looked like she just is a pillar of her community. Well, what if I told you she was a payroll supervisor? Emphasis on was. Now, the thing is that after being hired by a company called Mr. Hospitality back in March. Now, Mr. Hospitality, it looks like, based off of the website, that it is a venue that creates these very world-class like experiences. You have restaurants that's going to deliver you like very unforgettable dining services, and then it's going to be so beautiful. Like if you've ever been to Miami, everything is just lights, camera, action. And I'm saying, sorry, Miss Jackson. Sorry, y'all know I'm a walking jukebox. But it's basically like a scenery of things that give you this life, everlasting life of fun, and then you just have the ambiance of your life. You like, it's just like, ooh, but it's going to cost you. Now, she was the payroll supervisor at this job, and they trusted that she would process payroll so people could get their paycheck. Do you understand? Now, the crazy part about it, they had started noticing after a few months that they had gotten a lot of complaints from employees saying that they didn't get paid. So, initially, the company was like, oh, it must just be a glitch because we do have the money in the account. And we do see that it was paid out. But why y'all not getting your paycheck? Is there something wrong with your bank? So when they started investigating it even further, they started to notice that there were a group of employees that their direct deposit information was changed to multiple PNC banks. Now, listen, ain't that something? You waiting for your check to post. You're like, yeah, I got you. I'm going to pay you on Friday when my check post. Because I had worked a good 40 hours. And then we had a few parties. So I definitely did overtime. So I'm getting time and a half. Yeah, I'm going to have your money on Friday. And then you go check your deposits, your ins and your outs. And you're like, wait a minute. Who account is this? And you call in the payroll office. Of course, it's after hours on Friday. And they're like, we'll get back to you on Monday. So now you sitting there broke Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Meanwhile, the person that's processing payroll is out boring Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So after they further look, and they said, wait a minute. Why are all these people's banking information rerouting itself over to this account? They noticed that Byars' information, like her personal email address, was being used as one of the, identifiers for this direct deposit transfer. And after they looked further, because you got to go down that rabbit hole, okay? They discovered that she received over $46,000 of deposits ranging from $500 to $1,500. Girl, you was working, getting paid, and stealing at the same damn time? Golly. That is a say what fan. That got to be. Say what? Girl, you did this somewhere else. But y'all just be hiring anybody too. So y'all probably need to run a background. So when she logged back into the system, she attempted to log back in. You ever log in and then be like, you be like, I know I had capitalized on that first part of my password. You be like, I must have had put a wrong number. I know I got an exclamation point at the end of my password. Hold on, maybe I just hit something else. Maybe I hit a // and then you be like, oh, access denied. Well, they denied her access, and on May the 19th, they realized she like, she realized she didn't have access to that software because she probably was like, man, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get that money on. And when she tried to get in there, she was like, let me dip. Control Alt Delete, dip. Walk with a dip, walk with a dip. When she couldn't get to that computer, baby, she just secretly walked off. Baby tiptoed out that thing. And she never was heard from again. Baby, who y'all hiring that y'all, baby, look, y'all just, anyway. So, you know they was looking into that. When they finally caught up with her, the detectives was like, girl, where that money at? She was like, what money? I wasn't stealing from anything, and y'all already know the company had access to the same software that I was using, so how was I stealing? You know, folks get real like, how was I stealing? How was I stealing? How was they air grab? When you lying, people air grab. How was I stealing? Baby, look, locked her up real quick. She had already had a defense set up like, well, if I did change information, it still had to be approved by a manager, which was my next question. Like, how would she do all of this without a backup approval? Baby, it sounds like it might be a few people involved on this. It just sounds like a lot of people involved in this. So she got like multiple deposits going in her account, and she's just one worker. Come on, PNC Bank. But you know, PNC Bank ain't gonna say, well, why you got these extra deposits? PNC Bank is just like, well, you met the requirements to have a checking account. I hate it for those workers. It sounds like those workers might have just been really not in tune with what was going on through their bank account. Because, baby, every few days I'm looking at my stuff. I'm be like, hold on. What you mean a pending? Pending on what? I didn't swipe my card. Who is the dispute? Baby, I look at my account every single day because people do hack into your account unbeknownst to you. So just to know that I work 2 weeks or however many, you know, y'all bi-weekly, weekly, semi-monthly, whatever, just to know I got a paycheck coming. When I'm waking up that morning, I'm making sure I'm looking at my payroll slip and I'm making sure the money deposit is deposited. I'm just not chilling and be like, well, it's going to be there. I'm not pre-swiping and ain't checked. But I don't know how everybody managed their finances, so I ain't going to be too heavy on the judgment. But it sucks that you hire somebody and then for several months, these people have said, my money ain't hidden. Or maybe my money ain't the amount that I worked. And this person out balling with 46,000 plus because she's just swiping into her own account. Baby, y'all gotta get better software for y'all payroll system, because y'all just buying stuff off the internet and then it's tracking to only one person and nobody goes back and double check. Nobody's checking the checker. Okay? But I hate that this happened, but I'm very happy they caught her because she could have just skipped town and been balling. Now, to this company, it sounds like y'all got to tighten up, baby. Y'all got to get some PIN code passcodes. Y'all got to get some fingerprint identifications or something, because the easy it is to get in and change stuff without any further approval shows you how somebody can steal from y'all company. And if she did it here with y'all, she did it somewhere else, because nobody comes in and learns it and sees that they can steal it and don't say, well, you know what, I'm going to do the right thing. I ain't going to steal it. When they see there's no other supervision or micromanaging above them, they like, boop, 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 boop. They money going out. Now, to those workers, I hope you have been reimbursed. These are hard times right now. People got bills, Gina. You can't be playing with people's head like that. You can't pay people's money like that. And the fact that you did it, ma'am, it just sucks. Now, I'm sure they're going to try you and everything and see if it is indeed true. But I hope you didn't spend the whole $46,000, ma'am, because that'll be bad business. Because if you locked up, you can't make no money to pay them back restitution. We gotta tighten up, man. It's just too many scams going on, bro. It's too many scams, and it's just it makes me nervous. But baby, let me tell y'all, get in the habit of checking your bank account and making sure you look at your payroll slip and what is deposited and make sure it matched. Stop being too busy. And I'm not saying they were too busy, but I'm telling you, from me to you, don't be too busy that you just trusted every number that's on your check is in your account. You need to check your account to make sure this checks what's on your check. Hello? If I ain't told you nothing else, you better pay attention, because at the blink of an eye, you know, 1 week it may be $10 missing. The next week it may be $200 missing. And if you just get in the habit of just saying, well, it's in there, then you're going to have a lot of people skimming and scamming you, okay? And I don't want that for you. But I don't do payroll, but I do know how to cash a check, and I do check what goes into my checking account. But I am just a messenger, baby. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, go fool with your girl. Make sure you check out my lovely website, www.shauniebeentertainment.com. You can check out my fan gear. Check out, you know, the options to drop donations, but there's no pressure. to do either of the two, because I do see them likes, those shares in those comments, and it means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you, because y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all rock it out with me, and I love that about y'all, man. It's a lot going on in the world, and it's the little things that make people feel appreciated, and I'm always going to tell you. So you don't think I take that for granted. But let's hop in them comments, though. Like, a lot of these situations are happening because people are just too trusting with other people, well, with the company's assets. That's what it is. And once somebody comes in and they master that you're not paying attention, then they take advantage. So I know that everybody just assumes that nobody's going to steal from them, but everybody should be side-eyed. And you need to put in other authorizations for people to pre-approve and finalize approve scenarios that deal with people's well-being, because too many people are doing these things and nobody's catching it until the complaints start filing in. And it shouldn't be like that. It should go every 2 weeks or every week, however y'all paid. Somebody outside the person that processes it should be checked as well. Everyone should be audited all the way up from the top, audited all the way down to the bottom. That's the only way you're going to fix stuff like this, or people going to continuously steal. And by the time they say, I don't want to work here no more, they done moved and left and went out of the country, and they out of jurisdiction. So don't be too lazy to care, because at the end of the day, those people still deserve their money, and you're going to have to give it to them. So hopefully the $46,000 she took or more, whatever, or whoever she used to work for, if y'all check y'all records and see that people hadn't gotten paid, hopefully they speak up and get paid, because that's not cool, bro. Y'all just getting out of control. Y'all making God upset with your... You read it. Anyway, y'all be safe out there and check everything with a fine-tooth comb, okay? But until next time, next story, and I'm out this. Peace.